Did ancient humans kiss? Right now, someone is kissing someone, somewhere on Earth. It's one of the most normal things humans do. But what if I told you there was a time when no human on Earth had ever kissed anyone? No first kiss, no romance, nothing. So who was brave enough to do it first? And why didn't the other person just push them away? Scientists have spent years trying to answer this, and the truth is far stranger than Hollywood ever imagined. Because if you walked into an ancient human camp, about 120,000 years ago, you wouldn't see couples staring into each other's eyes. You'd hear babies crying, stone tools smashing together, hunters dragging home a dead animal, and everyone thinking about just one thing: survive another day. Every sunrise, someone left to hunt, and not everyone came back. Outside the camp, wolves were hungry.
Cave lions were watching. Hyenas were waiting. Death wasn't rare. It was normal. So here's the question. In a world like that, why would anyone even think about kissing? The answer begins with something much older than romance: a human baby. Imagine giving birth in the middle of the wilderness. No hospital, no medicine, no safe house. Just rocks, cold nights, and predators that could smell blood from miles away. Now, imagine, that baby can't walk, can't run, can't even hold its own head up. Human babies are among the weakest babies in the animal kingdom. A baby deer can stand within hours. A baby horse can run the same day. A human baby? It needs years of protection. That created a problem our ancestors had never faced before.
One parent wasn't enough. Scientists believe this is one reason humans developed something called pair bonding. Instead of walking away, two adults stayed together, not because someone invented marriage, not because of tradition, because together, their children had a better chance of surviving. Slowly, the human brain started rewarding closeness. When two people trusted each other, their brains released chemicals that made them feel calm, safe, and connected. Today, we call those feelings love. But back then, love wasn't poetry. Love was survival. Yet, there's still one mystery nobody can answer. Did those couples ever kiss? It sounds like an easy question, but it's actually one of the hardest questions in human history, because a kiss leaves no fossil, no bones, no footprints, no cave painting.
Nothing. If two ancient humans kissed, there would be absolutely no evidence left behind today. So how do scientists investigate something that disappeared the moment it happened? Instead of digging into the ground, they started looking at people alive today. And what they discovered changed everything. Because believe it or not every human culture kisses. Even today, there are communities where romantic kissing is almost completely absent. They fall in love, they marry, they raise children, but they don't kiss the way most of us do. Which raises a shocking possibility. What if the very first humans never kissed at all? And if they didn't, then where did kissing come from? The answer might have started not with romance, but with something far more surprising: food. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? How could food possibly lead to the first kiss? But thousands of years ago, life worked very differently. Imagine a mother carrying her baby. The child is too young to chew meat, too young to bite hard roots, too young to eat almost anything. There are no baby bottles, no baby food, no blenders, no supermarkets. So what do? Anthropologists believe many ancient mothers chewed food first, then passed it directly into their baby's mouth. It's called pre-mastication, and surprisingly, people still do this in some parts of the world today. The food was already soft, already safe to swallow, and much easier for a baby to digest, which means human lips touching may have happened long before romance ever existed. Not because of love, but because of survival. But here's the twist. Some scientists completely disagree. They say, no,
Kissing didn't begin with feeding babies. Instead, they believe it began between adults. Think about it. Long before humans had words, they still needed a way to know who they could trust, who was healthy, who wasn't sick, who smelled familiar. And believe it or not, your lips and your nose are surprisingly good at collecting information. The moment two people move close together, their brains start analyzing tiny chemical signals, signals you don't even notice. Your brain quietly asks, does this person smell healthy? Do they feel safe? Can I trust them? You never hear those questions because your brain answers them before you're even aware. Scientists believe this may be one reason people naturally move closer before falling in love. And that creates another mystery. If kissing helps humans choose a partner,
Why don't all animals kiss too? Chimpanzees don't, wolves don't, elephants don't. Most animals find partners without ever touching lips. So why us? The answer may be hidden inside the human brain itself. Because humans didn't just evolve bigger muscles or better tools. We evolved something much more dangerous: emotion, jealousy, attachment, heartbreak. The moment you truly care about someone, your brain changes. Oxytocin rises, dopamine floods your system. Suddenly, one person becomes more important than everyone else. And that's where kissing may have changed forever. It was no longer just about food or recognizing someone. It became a way of strengthening a bond, a silent message saying, "You're safe with me."
but then another question appears. If kissing creates stronger relationships, why do some cultures never kiss at all? That mystery is even stranger. If kissing creates stronger relationships, why do some cultures never kiss at all? That mystery confused scientists for decades. Today, there are still small human societies where romantic kissing is almost unknown. People fall in love, they get married, they raise children. But kissing isn't part of their culture, which means something incredible. Love and kissing are not the same thing. You can have one without the other. That discovery completely changed what scientists believed. Instead of asking, did humans invent kissing? They started asking, did different groups invent it independently? In other words, kissing may not have started just once. It may have appeared again and again. In different places, for different reasons. One tribe may have kissed to show affection. Another may have kissed to recognize family. Another may never have kissed at all. And that's what makes this mystery so fascinating. Because unlike fire or stone tools, there was no single inventor, no first cave, no first invention, no evidence, only theories. But there is one thing almost every scientist agrees on. Whatever the first kiss looked like, it almost certainly wasn't like today's movies. There were no perfect smiles, no perfume, no soft music, no sunset. Just two ancient humans covered in dirt, wearing animal skins, trying to survive another day. And somehow, in the middle of all that chaos, they found a reason to move closer. Maybe it wasn't even called love. Maybe they didn't understand the feeling themselves, but their brains did. Over thousands of generations, that tiny moment became part of being human. Today, a kiss can mean love, comfort, goodbye, forgiveness, or even the beginning of a family. Something so ordinary today may have taken thousands of years to become normal. And here's the craziest part. No one alive knows who the first humans were. No one knows where it happened, and no one knows why they did it. That moment is lost forever. Yet every time two people kiss today, they unknowingly continue one of humanity's oldest and greatest mysteries. So the next time you see two people kiss, remember this. You might be watching a tradition that began long before cities, long before writing, and perhaps before history itself. Because sometimes the smallest human actions